right, we're back with day 4 live at Super Bowl 57 Radio Row. We got King Dawk in the building representing. How you feeling today?
Hey, good, man. Good. A lot of energy in the building. Again, as I mentioned on day 1 and on day 3, as you get closer and closer to the weekend, things are just exponentially more palatable. I mean, when I say a ton of energy, I mean a ton of energy and a ton of folks. I mean, it's like the other days, it was like maybe every 15 minutes you may run into somebody. Here, every 5 steps, 15 steps, you're running into somebody. Whether it be Sean Merriman or Will Golston or Solomon Wilcots or Joe Montana, Emmitt Smith. Those are just a few names that I've walked past just a second ago. Stephen A. Smith. I started to punch him, but I decided against it.
Yeah, you should have. You should have cocked back.
But yeah, it's been crazy.
Yeah. All right, so we got some great topics for today. Also, we're gonna have King Dawk. He's gonna walk around again. The Michael Irvin update on that. The commissioner's presser, Patti LaBelle at the Soulful Celebration, and the Apple Music halftime show presser.
Hold this about right here for a minute. Sorry, we're doing a little production on the fly. Up a little bit. Right about there. Okay, we good. All right, go ahead. My arms are getting tired. I'm putting these boys to work. Yeah.
What's going on, twins?
What's up?
Hey, what's going on? All right, so first off, Michael Irvin, what's the update and what's going on with that?
Not a lot of real new news. However, people are kind of starting to dissect the words that he have said, and one of the things that's being talked about is the fact that he has mentioned on 2 separate occasions. Well, I really don't remember because we did have a few drinks, and it seems like, okay, are you using that to set up, an excuse? But on the other hand, he's saying he's baffled and he's not understanding and exactly sure what this is about. Another aspect that concerns me from Michael Irvin's standpoint is initially when his bosses at NFL and ESPN asked him about the incidents and said, what did you do on that particular night? Because this was Sunday night, okay? So it was even before the event we were at, which is the kickoff opening night at the Footprint Center, brought to you by Fast Twitch. So he said initially when they asked him, what did you do when you got back to the hotel? He goes, I went straight to my room. Then they told him, well, we do have footage of you speaking with someone at the bar. He goes, oh, yeah, well, I stopped at the bar for like 45 seconds, and then I went straight to my room. So, again, from Michael Irvin's standpoint, a little contradictory, so it's a little concerning. But, again, still too early to tell exactly what's going to happen here. But it's been odd the way the NFL Network and ESPN, they're not giving very many details as to what it was. Was it an inappropriate comment? Was it inappropriate contact? We're not really getting that.
Yeah. Let me give a couple shout outs. We got Twin in the building. We got Courtney Harden. We got
when they hear Twin.
What up anyway?
We got CJ. Courtney says day 4, man, time is flying by. Yeah, man, talk about that real quick. How fast these days have been going by?
Really, it's not. I guess it's because how sometimes when you spend the weekend doing absolutely nothing, it seems to fly by. But when you participate in events and you go out and about, your weekend seems to last a little longer. So because we've been so busy, it's really not passing by like that. It seems like time is moving at an acceptable pace that allows us to absorb every moment here and the opportunities. Again, making a lot of connections. And I've talked to several media members today, and those connections for BS3 Network are just as important as some of these interviews and interactions we're getting with some of the athletes and whatnot.
Yeah. CJ said him and Michael Irvin was getting lit. I mean, I guess he's talking about you.
No comment.
Twin said I'm ready for the dirt. So she
we all are.
Going on. Michael Irvin with the wording and drinks involved, it's not a good look. Yeah. As this starts to ravel and more of the truth, obviously there's two sides.
Depending on where you're from.
Ravel and unravel, yeah. There's two sides of a story, and then there's the truth. So eventually, we're going to hear exactly what's going on. Concerning, but I'm sure they have footage. Oh, yeah, they definitely have footage. We know Michael Irvin enjoys his drinks, and maybe too many or something.
Yeah.
Comment from CJ. Cole in the building. Thank you for tuning in. What's been the best moment so far? Is a question by Cole.
Well, I think that's a natural transition into the Apple Music halftime press conference today for the halftime show, again presented by Apple Music. You had Sherry Lee Ralph, you had Chris Stapleton, you had Babyface, who is one of my favorite all-time artists because I'm a ballad guy, and then of course you had the incomparable Riri in the building. So again, I know this is a Super Bowl, and I know sports is the big deal, and we see all these athletes and media personalities. But for me, the biggest moment just took place today at 10 a.m. And for me to be able to enjoy that with one of my sons is a memory maker. So again, that was surreal. And speaking of that. Press conference. I was told, I sat right next to the VP of communications for Fox, okay, big wig,
Okay.
Mrs. Terry
Okay.
Himes. And we may have her on a future podcast as well. So I spoke next to her, and she gave me the skinny on a lot of stuff. And she says this was the most elaborate press conference for the halftime show that she's ever seen at a Super Bowl. And she's been with Fox for about 6 years. And prior to that, she was with Nike as an executive, and she's very familiar with Nico Harris, and she knows him personally. So she had some kind words to say about him. And again, she's out of the LA area, and hopefully we'll hear from Miss Hines a little later in a few weeks or so on the podcast. But for me, Cole, that's probably the most memorable moment thus far, even though there have been a ton of them.
Yeah. Now, was Riri there? That's what most people want to know.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Yeah,
She was
you,
there.
you need
Okay.
to so just stay tuned to BS3 Network websites. If you have not joined our YouTube channel, if you have not joined our Facebook group, if you've not joined the
Gotta
Queen Three and King, me
keep
personally
talking. I gotta plug the
Dawk,
laptop in.
at King Dawk, Ivan Dawkins on Facebook. If you've not followed me, you need to do so because some of the pictures that I'm going to be posting, you'll see. So yes, not only was Riri there, she was there in a major way. I've already called my real estate agent, and I'm gonna try to move wherever she lives.
Oh, she got
She
ASAP
was
Rocky.
there and looking amazing.
What you gonna do about ASAP Rocky though?
Huh?
I said, what you gonna do about ASAP
I'm gonna
Rocky?
drop ASAP Rocky like I've been dropping everybody else since I've been here.
All right. All right. So the commissioner's press conference.
Here, I'll take it for a little while. You ready? Go ahead. Yeah,
I
I
said the
got some rookies
commissioner's
over
press
here.
conference.
They not new to this. They new to this media game. They don't understand this work. This ain't no game. This ain't no game. This the rap game. Go ahead.
All right. Go ahead.
Yeah.
I was talking commissioner's press conference.
Yeah. So the biggest thing I wanted to point out with that is the fact that officiating came up in a major way. So we know in the conference championship games, there was a couple of snafus with the clock and things of that nature. So the media was on him about that. Hey, what's going on with this officiating? Some say this is the worst that it's been ever. And your officiating is in bad shape with regard to getting new officials and things of that nature. And of course, the commissioner took exception to that, and he made sure he pointed out that his officials and their crews and things of that nature were in very good shape, and that they're human. They make mistakes, right? He goes, hey, we don't always get it right, but we pay a very close attention to grading our officials out, and we're very happy with their performance throughout the course of the year. And, they don't think they have an issue. Now, word issue they do have, because parents in Little League and high school and middle school are so hard on officials, the problem is that there's not a lot of new officials coming in at those younger, lower levels so they can train up and be ready for college and the NFL. And I think that's the biggest issue at this point.
Yeah. Yeah, and there was a interview he had, and he said, "I think the officiating is at the best that it's ever been," and a lot of people really shot that down because there's a lot of over the past couple of years, a lot of key calls that have been missed that have flipped the game.
Yeah, Cole, not 100% sure about his stance on the concussions. That didn't seem to be a huge player today. And I think when the commissioner says he's not concerned about it, I think he's very comfortable in the fact that they're doing so much about it. In fact, other officials like Mike Pereira and some of the experts that serve for Fox and NBC and CBS, a lot of them have said that they may be going overboard in some of the calls and things of that nature in an effort to try to prevent those head injuries and stuff like that. But I think with the advent of technology and how much time and energy they're putting into it, I think that's probably where the commissioner's coming from. He's not concerned from that standpoint. Not that when somebody gets a concussion, I don't care.
Yeah, yeah, and it's going to be important. They got to be overbearing because it's not going to be cute when you see a guy laying on the ground and the massive head injuries we've had. So.
Right, right. And just for the viewers who are watching right now so they can see what's in the background, we are actually broadcasting just outside Media Row at the Convention Center in Phoenix, Arizona. And again, it is popping. It is way too loud for us to broadcast live in there right now. I am going to do what I've done on day 1 and day 3, and we're going to take a walk in just a moment and give you an opportunity to kind of see the increase in hustle and bustle. And we may, again, if I walk past somebody who I think we can get on the air real quick or something like that, we'll try to do that as well. But that's why we're outside of the lobby, basically, of the Media Row right now, just to kind of reset and let you know what you're seeing in the background.
All right. And the last thing, how was Patty last night?
Unfortunately, we didn't get to make it to Patti LaBelle last night. When we got back and we were about to start getting prepared to go, and we pulled up the GPS coordinates on it, Patty and her performance was about an hour and 15 minutes away. So we were like, really? There is no way we're going to be on the road for 2.5 hours, an hour and 15 minutes there and an hour and 15 minutes back. We just going to have to go to the grocery store and get some pie and not hear us sing.
We just got to go to Apple Music and pull it up.
There. That's it.
It's there. All right, a couple other comments. The commissioner just gave a typical media response, in my opinion. I think when Courtney's talking about the officiating. Let's see. Wise says, "What's up?" Man, your boy CJ really wants you to spit some game in the Riri, man. All right, so that's pretty much the key points we wanted to hit. If you want to go ahead and take us inside and
Okay, I'll do that. And I want to kind of preface a couple of things that'll be coming down the line. Did a very good interview with Will Golston of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So we'll try to get that uploaded. It may take us a couple of days. We are man down right now. So some of our upload capabilities and our technology and things of that nature, we're struggling a little bit with that. But at least we're getting the content. That's what's most important. And then at 2 p.m. Arizona time, which would be 3 p.m. Central time, we have an interview with 3-time Pro Bowler Sean Merriman. Sean Merriman was drafted 12th overall by the San Diego Chargers in 2005. He led the league in sacks in 2006. He was Defensive Rookie of the Year in 2005. So as I was preparing for my interview with Sean Merriman here in just a little bit, about 30 minutes or so, I was remarked at the fact that a lot of the stats that I was mentioning and I was gathering sound a lot like our own Micah Parsons. So I'll definitely bring that up to him and get his thoughts on Micah Parsons and a couple other things. So look forward to that and that content coming down the line. Brandon Marshall, pictures with him today. Emmitt Smith gave me a fist pump, and knowing that the running back is my favorite position, and he's my second favorite running back right behind Tony Dorsett. Hey, it's been fantastic today. So we'll take you inside if there's no other questions before now. Again, just so the audience will kind of know and viewers will know what's going on. When I go inside, I'll predominantly be doing a lot of the talking because it'll be difficult for me to be able to hear Ben. So just kind of stay tuned and we'll see what we can do for you, okay? Anything else, Ben, before we go inside?
One last question. How has it been talking to the other media heads?
Oh, it's been fantastic, man. You know, of course, you get some that are more big-time media that may kind of give you the cold shoulder. But again, like speaking with the VP of NFL Communications of Fox, I mean, this is high-ranking official. She was super kind. She exchanged information, shot me a text and said, yes, I'd be more than happy to go on your podcast. I've met some people from the UK in the media, some people from LA, from all over the country, and they are very willing to help out in any way they can. They want to pop on the network. So for the most part, it's been fantastic. It's been fantastic. Believe it or not, some of the people who seem to be just starting in media, they seem to be a little less friendly than some of the people that have been in it for years and years and years.
Yeah. Yeah. Shout out to Palante. What's up, Palante? Appreciate
What's
you
up, Palante?
checking in with us. All right. That's pretty much it. Now, before you go in there, I did want to do one other thing. I did put a video together. Yesterday, we did, Dawk interviewed Jamal Hill, UFC, light heavyweight UFC. So I got a little video here I want to play, and then from there, Dawk will go ahead and head inside.
Okay. I think this is a UFC champion. Hey guys, just real quickly, I don't want the 2 seconds. I'm live in Dallas, Texas right now. BS3 Network. Look at that belt right there. You a UFC champion right now, man?
Light heavyweight.
Light heavyweight champion. What's your name, man? Jamal Hill. Good to meet you, man. Tell the folks back in Dallas what to watch for next. When is your next bout? You got any of that information yet?
I don't have one yet.
Don't have anything?
Dallas soon.
Okay, you're gonna be in Dallas soon. Cool. Jamal Hill. Y'all look out for it, man. UFC middle lightweight champion, light heavyweight champion. I probably can take him, but I'm gonna let him make it today. Y'all feel me? Hey, good to meet you, man. Best of luck in your career, man. Yeah, man, that's a bad boy. He's dangerous with that knee too, man. But that cat was so cool, man. The more I mess with him, the more light he got, and the more it's like he's so humble. He's quiet, but when he gets into that octagon, man, he turned into somebody different, But when I say that was one of the kindest dudes you'll ever meet, man.
Yeah, definitely. All right, we ready.
All right, we're gonna go in. I'm gonna take control of the phone here, and I'm gonna turn it around. As you see, this is one of the media entries. Is my shot okay, Ben? I think it's probably okay.
Yeah, you good.
Okay, cool. If that happens, if I hear you talking, I'm gonna assume that it is just simply because the shot is not good. Okay. So again, this is one of the 2 entrances that we can go in. Again, as I explained the other day, the perimeter is set up to where you got a lot of TV outlets.
Kind of fading out. I think you frozen just a little bit. Maybe keep walking. It may clear up. Being Shannon, thank you for tuning in. Great coverage. Yeah, I mean, he is big in the UFC. A friend of mine actually sat down and interviewed him on his podcast. I think he's from Detroit. All right.
Did you lose me?
I did. I got you back though now.
Okay. So it may not, I don't know what's going on today, but earlier whenever we were trying to connect as well, we were having problems. So it may be a situation to where the connection may not work inside today. So unfortunately, we may not be able to give a behind the scenes live look. What we'll be doing though is we'll just try to shoot as many pictures as we can, and I'll have the camera guys try to take, and we'll give you a look that way.
Okay, cool. All right. Well, any final thoughts or what's going on tonight? Anything?
No, I think we'll spend a lot of time here at Media Row until they shut down, probably. But for tomorrow, because tomorrow serves to be a pretty big day. So we'll try to get these twins. They're just landed today, so we'll try to get them boned up on operating these cameras and uploading stuff, so I can just be the on-air talent. I'm not supposed to be doing all this stuff right now. I'm supposed to be getting pampered and makeup and stuff put on me and bringing me stuff to drink to coat my throat and stuff like that. So we'll try to get them more familiar with some of the equipment and stuff like that. So not a lot, like I said, we'll stay around here and just be flexible and prepared to move at a moment's notice. We may go check out the NFL experience, not 100% sure about that. So we may check that out a little later this afternoon as well.
Okay, cool. All right, well, appreciate you, Dawk, live at Radio Row, and we'll see you tomorrow.
BS3 Network, out.
Peace. All right, so that's King Dawk, which is live right now at Radio Row. This is our 4th day doing this, and it's been really good coverage. I wanted to get to some other comments before we get out of here. And yes, that was Jamal Hill from the UFC. Definitely is a beast. Gentlemen, at a later time, when they get an output on Dana White's new power slap road to the title. Yeah, I did not realize that was actually a part of Dana White's setup or UFC setup. I think it's just another avenue for combat sports. So, I'm down for it. I don't know if I'll necessarily watch it yet, but I'm down for it. Who you with, KC or Philly? I'm gonna go with. That's a tough one. I'm gonna go with KC. We'll see what happens though. I think Philly does have a team to be able to do it. I got to get my swag up like Dawk. I'm about to get some red shades as well. That was CJ. That's right, Pampered Talent. Yes, you know Dawk. You know him. All right, so Dawk need to take all this to the Super Bowl. So next year, the Super Bowl will be in Vegas. We are already making plans and preparations for that. We will be there. The plan is to have a table on Radio Row. So we'll be having a meeting, BS3 meeting coming up, and we'll discuss that further. All right, so thank you guys again for another day, day 4 on Radio Row. We will be back tomorrow. I'll be posting some pictures on our social media. Like I said, Brandon Marshall, Sean Merriman, Calvin Watkins, if you guys are familiar with Dallas media, he covers the Cowboys. I think he covered the Texans during a point in time. So we'll have some pictures and some reels coming up on the BSU Network social media. Thank you, everyone, for popping in. Appreciate you, Twin, for popping in. And we'll continue to have content and videos. And, follow myself, Ben Sutter III. Also follow Ivan Dawkins on Facebook. We're posting a lot of the information there. So we will see you guys tomorrow with another coverage on the Super Bowl Radio Row. Next year will be bigger and better, so you won't have that lag. We will be working extremely hard to make sure everything is up to speed when we come back next year. So appreciate you guys. BS3 Network out.